Right off the bat, the Skipjacks will dump it into the Moncton zone where the Hawks take over. Defenseman Matt Hervey to Paul Boutelier. And then the Hawks fire it into the Baltimore zone. Starting goalkeeper Royden Gunn. In nets for the Skipjacks. Played it into the corner. Now LaRose is after it there for the Hawks. His shot was knocked down and cleared by the Skipjacks. Playing it off the boards is the Jacks number 16, Scott Harlow. He's a player to watch. Now here's the Hawks being pushed down from behind is Brent Hughes as he wound up for the shot, and Harlow will take it out of the zone. Here comes Harlow, leading point getter on the Skipjack Hockey Club. Tried to swing a pass over for Ian Armstrong, and that was broken up. Cleared back into the Baltimore zone. After it there is the Jacks number 3, Sean Deneen. We'll keep our eyes on Deneen, the former Moncton Alpine, this afternoon. Out come the Skipjacks. Claude Meitner could not get away. Around the boards it goes where Duras is there to clear at the center. Shot back in by Claude Julien, number 29, and the Hawks have it. Roger Oman played it into the corner for Todd Flickel, ahead for Peter Duras to Alfie Turcotte. Here's Turcotte playing his first game against his former Baltimore teammates. There's the pass for Oman, a shot, and Gunn went down to his knees to stop that. Royden Gunn tested early by that wicked slap shot from Roger Oman. He does possess a great slap shot. Oman got all kinds on it, but Gunn saw it all the way. Face off to the left of Royden Gunn. Turcotte's line will stay out there with Duras and Chris Levasseur. Steve Siga is at center for the Baltimore Skipjacks. Ahead to Segan. Here's Steve Segan. Long shot off the blocker of David Quigley. Now Segan in the corner. Played it in behind the goal for Gord Whitaker, the former Moncton Hawk, number 25. Segan being harassed along the boards by Turcotte. Now it comes out for number 12, Sean Toomey. Toomey played it back in around the goal. And Levasseur will pick it up for Moncton. Levasseur just got it out over the line, and it's shot back in again by the Skipjacks. We're early in the first period. Now here's a bouncing puck picked up by Lenny Nielsen. Nielsen being tied up along the boards by number 2, that's Bob Kennedy. Hervey tried to center it for Nielsen, but it was knocked away, and here come the Jacks, number 14, Doug Shedden. Shedden lost control of it. Shedden's a player to watch as well. He once scored 35 goals in the National Hockey League. Shedden on the ice with Scott Harlow. And there's Shedden over the blue line. He was stopped. Now the Skipjacks get it out to center. Pass went off the stick of Harlow. Picked up there by Matt Hervey. He tried to feed number 24, Mike Warris, and that misconnected. Now here come the Hawks. Guy LaRose trying to go in alone, and he was stopped by Claude Julien. Julien, long pass, and it was ruled to be over 2 lines, so as a result, they'll bring it back for a face-off with 16:29 to go here in the first period. And no score between the Baltimore Skipjacks and the Moncton Hawks. Steve Seguin at center for Baltimore, and he won the draw against Guy LaRose, and the Skipjacks will bring it out. Claude Julien, the former Fredericton Expresser, dumped it in, and now the Hawks are on it. They'll get it out, knocked down by Wayne Gagne. Gagne just cleared it in. There's a shot, and Quigley got a piece of it. Rebound in front, and the puck is underneath Quigley. As the Skipjacks come close, Steve Seguin let the shot go. Seemed to handcuff Quigley momentarily, but he was able to make the stop and face off upcoming deep in the Moncton zone. For those who wonder what a skipjack is, to be precise, a skipjack is a type of sailing vessel. Along the lines of a yacht. And now the goaltender of the Skipjacks, Royden Gunn, cleared it around the boards. The Hawks forechecking persistently. They can't pick up the puck, however. And here come the Jacks. Seguin in over the line. He was checked at the last moment by Ron Passetti. Now it's cleared back through center. Rob Fowler has it for Moncton. Here's Fowler dumping it into the Baltimore zone. Julian behind the net, played it off the boards and down the ice. In behind the goal, Fowler sent it ahead for Alfie Turcotte. Turcotte tried to feed Chris Levasseur, but back comes Claude Julien. Julien still has it for Baltimore in traffic. There's a shot just wide as it was taken by Brian Lomo. Now Lomo fans on a shot. Quigley knocks it to the corner for Matt Hervey, and Hervey just played it off the boards and down the ice. This will go for icing as the touch is made by Baltimore's Ian Armstrong, the former Hershey Bear. There we get a look at Alfie Turcotte on the Moncton bench, number 22. He was the best Hawk on the ice in Friday's 4-3 loss to the Springfield Indians. Turcotte with a goal and an assist. Of course, with Baltimore this season, Turcotte was establishing himself as a real offensive threat. He was the second leading point getter in the American Hockey League. In fact, he still is. His former teammate, Scott Harlow of the Skipjacks, trails him by just 1 point in the scoring race. Turcotte was loaned by Montreal to Baltimore, but now the Winnipeg Jets acquire Turcotte from the Canadiens for future considerations, and Turcotte has been reassigned to Moncton. Back to the point. It's kept in by the Jack Sean Deneen. Now going after it there is Scott Harlow. He can't get it. In the corner. Puck comes loose for Mike Warris. He dug it out for Ryan Stewart. Now Stewart took the pass from Boudelier. Here come the Hawks. Bayerjean with a backhander that went just wide. Here come the Jacks. They shoot it in. It went by Matt Hervey in behind the Moncton net. Hervey, long right wing pass for Mike Warris to Joel Bayerjean. The pass was in his skates. The Jacks pick it up. Going in there was number 18, Brian Lomo, but he lost control of it. And now the puck is swept out of the Moncton zone by Joel Bayerjean. Lomo to Doug Shedden. Shedden shoots, kicked out by Quigley. Warris plays it off the boards. Around to the far side where Joel Bayerjean has it. He just slaps it in on goal, and the Hawks make wholesale changes. Here's Scott Harlow. Back at the Baltimore line, Gagne. Wayne Gagne played it ahead. Now it went by Gagne. And after it there is LaRose. He was checked by Shedden. Comes out to center. Harlow feeds it there for number 15, Jean-Francois No. No, back to Harlow. The shot saved quickly. Another shot went right through the crease. Now No. Back to Harlow. Harlow trying to center it. There's Julien with a shot over top of the net, and it was wide. Skipjacks starting to apply some pressure. Finally, the Hawks clear the zone, and here they come. Jamie Huskin trying to get around Doug Shedden. Huskin driving to the net. It slid through the crease. LaRose just couldn't get a stick on it. There was Huskin with another shot as it was centered out in front. Shot from the point. Gunn covers up. And the Hawks apply some pressure of their own around Springfield goalie Royden Gunn. So a good shift for the line of Guy LaRose, Brent Hughes, and Jamie Huskin with 12 minutes and 38 seconds to go in this first period. Still no score between the Moncton Hawks and the Baltimore Skipjacks. Peter Duras has it. He turns in the corner. Duras was trying to center at the Turcotte, but it was broken up and cleared. Ron Passetti at center has it for the Hawks. He dumps it back into Baltimore's territory. Gunn out of the net. Backhands it up the far boards. Back to the line. Fowler's shot was wide. Now Passetti will pick it up here on the near side. There's a shot that made it through and went just wide of the open corner. Gunn didn't see it. He was screened. Now LaRose tried to center it. Make that Duras, and now it's cleared out to center by the Skipjacks. Passetti turning away from Gord Whitaker. There's Passetti carrying it all the way back into Baltimore's territory. Whitaker has it there, plays it around behind the goal for Sean Dineen. Dineen is checked by Chris Levasseur. Here's Alfie Turcotte coming out of the corner. He lost control as he tried to stick handle his way through traffic. Paul Boudelier at center ice dumps it back in. Skipjacks will try and bring it out again. Sean Toomey lost it to Guy LaRose at the Baltimore line. LaRose can't get around Sean Dineen. Now here's a rink-wide pass. Boudelier, a shot. It was wide. Into the corner, LaRose. His pass hit the skate of Huskin in the slot, and now the Skipjacks pick up the puck. Sean Toomey just fires at the length of the ice. And Baltimore has made some changes. Here come the Jacks now with a shot taken by number 19. That's Charlie Meichner. Now Meichner at the side of the goal. Tried to center it quickly. Got a pad on it. In the corner now, Boudelier plays it around to the near side where Huskin will go after it for the Hawks. Hervey in to help out. He can't clear it. Now there's 5 players jammed up along the boards. They freeze it for a face-off with 10:34 to go in this opening period. No score between the Moncton Hawks and the Baltimore Skipjacks. You're watching Cable 5 American Hockey League coverage from the Coliseum in Moncton. Face-off just inside the Moncton blue line. Baltimore wins the draw. It's shot in by number 4, Tim Hoover. And here come the Hawks. Warris for Bayerjean. Bayerjean dances his way by Claude Julien. Bayerjean was checked, lost control of the puck. Skipjacks will bring it back out. Ian Armstrong cleared at the length of the ice, right on goal for Quigley, who leaves it there for Todd Flickel. Here comes Flickel, the rookie out of Bowling Green, to Warris, back to Flickel. Flickel brings it up. There's a long shot. It was wide. Gunn gloved it anyway. In the corner, Len Nielsen has it for the Hawks. Back to the line. Warris, shot, wide. Warris with a snapshot that went about 2 feet wide of Royden Gunn. Here's a long right wing pass for the Skipjacks. Shedden, he scores! Doug Shedden gives Baltimore a 1-0 lead. Shot to the stick side right along the ice, and it found the hole behind David Quigley. For Doug Shedden, his 20th of the year. And it comes with 9:37 to go in this opening period. Low to the stick side. That shot from Shedden. And Quigley barely moved on it. Julian and Harlow assist. Now here it is in the slot. Ryan Stewart's shot blocked by Julian. Back come the Skipjacks. Long shot taken by number 19, Charlie Meichner, and it went into the seats for a stoppage in play. It was Julian who made the pass to set it up for Shedden. He was the man who spied Shedden way out in the clear on the right wing. Shedden took about 4 steps in over the blue line, wound up, fired, and gave Baltimore the 1-0 lead. Should mention as well that Dave Quigley is making his first start for the Hawks since December the 9th. Hasn't played in more than a month. So perhaps he is somewhat rusty. Quigley has been bothered by a few nagging injuries. From the faceoff, the Hawks, Rob Fowler played it up for Stewart. He lost control of the puck. Back to Fowler. Ron Passetti on the near side, dumps it in. Duras racing in there after it. Here's Duras trying to feed it back to Turcotte. It was broken up by number 2, Kennedy. Here's a right wing, make that a left wing pass, the Canadian left. The shot by Meitner was kicked out by Quigley. Hawks will get it out of the zone. Passetti dug it out there along the boards. Now Turcotte has it. Here's Turcotte trying to race in on the left side. Alfie Turcotte now cutting into the slot. He's running into heavy traffic. 3 Skipjacks were there to take the puck away from Alfie Turcotte. Now Todd Flickel. His pass went off a skate. Oman lost it. Now it's shot back in by Moncton. Ryan Stewart up for checking. Charlie Meichner playing it ahead for Steve Seguin. Now cleared down the ice, and this will be an icing call. Roger Oman makes the touch after Hoover's pass went by everybody. 7:54 to go, first period, and the Skipjacks lead 1-0. The pass to Flickel went out over the blue line, and now it's cleared back in. Huskin has it for Moncton. Huskin in behind the goal. He's looking for someone to center it to. Huskin finally had to play it into the corner. LaRose is after it. Back to the line, a shot, another shot, and went just wide. Huskin's backhander with a wide open net, and he missed the target. He was checked, though, at the same time, we should mention, by the Skipjacks' Sean Toomey. Here comes Seguin to Toomey, but it's called on the offside. Well, the Hawks with their best scoring opportunity of the period. Huskin basically into an empty net with Royden Gunn out of position. But he was tied up by Seguin. As a result, the backhander went wide. 7 minutes, 14 seconds to go. We're in the first period at the Moncton Coliseum, where the Baltimore Skipjacks lead the Moncton Hawks 1-0. Jean-Francois No at center against Len Nielsen. No won the draw. Shedden got it back to Kennedy, and it was shot in. Matt Hervey taking over for Moncton to Paul Boudelier. Boudelier lost it behind the net. Harlow tried to center it, but the Hawks were there. Hervey just got it out over the line. Doug Shedden with it. Shedden dumps it in for Baltimore. Quigley played it off the boards, and Out it comes for Lenny Nielsen. His right wing pass for Mike Warris. Here's Warris. He faked the shot. Stops now. Warris looking to play it in the middle. Nielsen was there. Bayerjean just lost control of it as he went through the slot area. Puck was bouncing a little bit, and Bayerjean could not get control of it. Now here comes Lenny Nielsen. In off the glass. Goes around the boards. Bayerjean in the corner, back behind the net for Nielsen. Here's Nielsen, centered in front, they score! Paul Boudelier ties the game at 1. Boudelier just one-timed it behind Royden Gunn as he cruised in from the point, the setup from Len Nielsen. And I think Joel Bayerjean will also assist on that goal from Paul Boudelier. The veteran defenseman picking up his 4th goal as a Moncton Hawk, and it ties this game at 1. 6 minutes, 18 seconds remaining here in the first period. Nielsen and Bayerjean do get the assists. So the Hawks have come right back after surrendering the first goal to tie this issue at 1 apiece. After that stoppage in play, we'll face it off just on the Moncton side of center. Rick Bowness now has the Turcotte line out there again with Ryan Stewart and Peter Duras. Steve Seguin won the draw for Baltimore. Here come the Skipjacks. Cleared in by Wayne Gagne. Knocked down by the Hawks, though, and Stewart brings it back down right wing. There's a long shot. Missed by about 3 feet. Turcotte along the boards trying to dig it free on the far side. Here's Turcotte to the bottom of the circle. He was checked. Now the Skipjacks are going to bring it out. Wayne Gagne. His pass for Sean Toomey at center. Toomey just fired a wrister in on Quigley. Now the Moncton goalkeeper, a little unsure of himself, finally cleared it. Duras, his pass was way behind Alfie Turcotte at the Baltimore line. Here's Duras and Turcotte. They get it free. Stewart over here on the near side will go after it. Just inside the blue line, Passetti knocked it into the corner, but the Skipjacks are going to bring it right back out. Here's Seguin. Cutting towards the middle. The backhander is wide. Carries all around the boards. Back into the Moncton zone. Fowler played it ahead for Peter Duras. Duras, a natural right winger, is playing instead on the left side. Here's the pass for LaRose. Bouncing puck, and LaRose could not control it. Scott Harlow has it for Baltimore to Claude Julien. That was a bad pass. There's LaRose. Slap shot kicked out by Gunn. Back to the line. It's kept in by Flickle. Another shot, and it hits somebody in front. We still have not had a penalty in this game, but the hitting is starting to pick up right now in the Baltimore zone. Loose puck in the slot area. It's in the possession now of Baltimore defenseman Bob Kennedy. And we have a stoppage in play with 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening period. Face off to the left of Royden Gunn. Jamie Huskin centering it for Moncton, but Hughes was checked. Now here come the Skipjacks. Doug Shedden, who has scored once for Jean-Francois No. Puck was on its side, so the shot was way off the mark. Another stoppage in play, and now words being exchanged between Wayne Gagne and Brent Hughes. Linesmen are right there in a hurry, though. There's one of the linesmen this afternoon, Larry Christian. Popular morning host on CKCW Radio. Jean-Francois Noah against Len Nielsen on the face-off. The Skipjacks win the draw. Back to the line. It comes over to the near point. Penalty coming up against the Hawks as Quigley kicks it out. And now we've got our game's first penalty, a high sticking call, going against the Moncton Hawks as Joel Byerjean will go to the penalty box for Moncton. It's only 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go in this opening period. By the way, the Skipjacks power play is pretty good. They're scoring on 24% of their chances. Claude Julien won that race with Len Nielsen. There's a shot from Morris that Gunn stopped, and I think he's feeling that one. Now here come the Skipjacks. Claude Julien. He's anchoring the point on this power play. Scott Harlow could not keep it in for Baltimore. Now Julien has it again. Julien for Doug Shedden. Back to Claude Julien. Now here's Lenny Nielsen for Moncton. There's a long shot. Geez, that didn't miss by much. Scott Harlow bringing it back for Baltimore with 1:09 left in the penalty. Nielsen has it, and it's cleared to center. Turcotte tried to get it away from Steve Seguin. Now it's Julien. Claude Julien in deep for Jean-Francois No. Centered right through the crease, but nobody there for Baltimore. Here's Duras to Turcotte, and pass went off the stick of Alfie Turcotte into the hands of Claude Julien. Ahead for Scott Harlow. Here's Harlow bringing it in over the Moncton line. Harlow still with the puck. He'll hang on to it. Into the corner for Ian Armstrong. Armstrong lost it, and the Hawks will bring it out with 23 seconds left in the penalty. Duras fakes the shot. Duras now tried to center it for Turcotte. That was knocked away by the Skipjacks. Here comes Baltimore once again. Turcotte, though, picking up the pass. And now Joel Byerjean is out of the penalty box, and the Hawks have killed this one off with only 2 minutes left in the first period. Roger Oman's pass went off the stick of Huskin. Here's a race for it. Huskin tried to center it for Hughes, who was breaking to the net. Huskin ridden out of the play, though. Huskin gets it again with some solid work. There's a shot from Hughes, a weak one. Kicked out by Royden Gunn. LaRose is just barreling in after that puck. Look at the Hawks forechecking here. Finally, the Skipjacks will bring it out to center. But a great effort from the line of LaRose, Huskin, and Hughes. There's a shot taken by number 19, Charlie Meitner, but it was just wide. Meitner appeared to be shaken up there momentarily, but he's all right, it seems. Now Huskin has it along the boards for Moncton. Back to the line. Oman, a wrist shot. LaRose let it go as it was stopped in front, and LaRose just missed the open corner. Now there's Huskin falling along the boards, and we'll have a face-off here with 1:03 to go in this first period. Moncton 1, Baltimore 1. You're watching Moncton Hawks American Hockey League coverage on Cable 5. Now here it is at the side of the net. They score! Chris Levasseur on the weak rebound in front of Royden Gunn. And the Hawks take a 2-1 lead. .53 seconds left in this first period. And the Hawks get a break in front of Royden Gunn. For Chris Levasseur, his 14th of the season. Boudelier and Nielsen draw the assist for Moncton. Now the play in behind the Baltimore net carries over to the corner. Far side, Levasseur plays it there for Nielsen. Nielsen lost control of it. Officials are telling the Skipjacks to play it. Levasseur broke his stick, went to the bench for a new one, and they still wouldn't have moved the puck. Only 13 seconds to go in this first period. Quick first period here at the Coliseum, with the Hawks now leading by a score of 2-1. Goals from Paul Boudelier and Chris Levasseur. Doug Shedden opened the scoring for Baltimore. Joel Bayer-Jean back to the line. Ron Pissetti's shot is wide. Now there's only 5 seconds left in the period. Flipped out to center, and that's going to do it. The buzzer will go, and the Moncton Hawks will go to the dressing room, leading the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 2-1. The shots on goal in that first period, dead even, 11 apiece for Moncton and Baltimore. And we'll be back with second period action when play resumes here at the Coliseum in Moncton. But not out, it changed direction, and Quigley got a pad on it, then knocked it away with the goalie stick. Here comes Rob Fowler into the Baltimore zone. Fowler dropped it for Lenny Nielsen. They tried to give and go, but it was broken up. Now here's Bayer-Jean with a shot through traffic. The puck covered up by Royden Gunn. It hit the Baltimore defenseman in front of Gunn, and the puck just dropped there. "19 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second period. And the Moncton Hawks leading the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 2-1. Skipjacks have lost 3 in a row this week to Hershey, Maine, and Fredericton. But last week was their best of the season when they won 3 out of 4 games. Here's Ian Armstrong. Pass was broken up by Boudelier. Came back in for Sean Toomey, but he lost the puck. Puck bounces back out to the center ice area. Into the Moncton zone. Boudelier behind his own goal. The Hawks' breakout pattern is organized, and here comes Boudelier to Alfie Turcotte. He cuts through center. Here's Turcotte, stick handling his way through the Baltimore defense. Centered it in front for Duras. And Gunn going to his right makes the save on Duras. Skipjacks are called for icing. But the Hawks coming very close to making it 3-1 on that setup from Turcotte to Duras. Backup goaltenders for this game for the Moncton Hawks, number 35, Bob Essenza, as Pokey Reddick has been recalled by the Winnipeg Jets. Reddick was 0-4 in his stint with the Moncton Hawks. And backing up for the Baltimore Skipjacks, number 31, Murray Bannerman, the former Chicago Blackhawk All-Star. Bannerman has been loaned to Baltimore by Chicago. Jamie Huskin with a long wrist shot, high and wide. Ullman with a drive, and that deflects into the seats for a stoppage in play. Shot into the Baltimore zone by the Hawks. Skipjacks get it back out to center. Ron Passetti has it for Moncton to Rob Fowler. Fowler played it to the line. It was knocked down by Mike Warris, but judged offside by the officials. And a face-off upcoming on the Moncton side of center. While the Hawks are on a 7-game losing streak, they've only lost 4 out of their last 13 on home ice. And next week, the team will hit the road for 4 games in 5 nights with the hopes of breaking an 18-game winless streak on the road. Stops in Utica, New Haven, Maine, and Sherbrooke. Here's a chance for the Skipjacks. What a save by Quigley. Goal stick along the ice as Quigley kept the puck out. Scott Harlow fired the shot from a difficult angle, but it was along the ice, and Quigley was able to extend the goalie stick and keep it from going in the net. We have an injured Baltimore player down on the ice, and the Baltimore trainer out to attend. So with a break in the action, we'll take a break. 17:38 left to go here in the second period. Moncton 2, Baltimore 1. The injured Skipjacks, Jean-Francois No, skates off under his own steam. Face off to the right of Dave Quigley, and the Hawks win the draw. Matt Hervey has it behind the net for Paul Boudelier. Hawks break out to center, but Ryan Stewart could not control the puck. Now here's Hervey, the native of Whittier, California. Dumped it in. It's picked up by Sean Deneen behind the Baltimore net. He lost it against Alfie Turcotte, but nevertheless, the Skipjacks bring it out. Wayne Gagne, he was checked. Joel Bayerjean has it. Bayerjean collided with one of the Skipjacks, Steve Seguin, behind the play. Now Doug Shedden feeds Seguin. Seguin runs into Matt Hervey, and it's called on the offside at any rate, as Hervey was standing his ground against Steve Seguin. "16 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here in the second period. Alfie Turcotte's line is out with Len Nielsen and Peter Duras, as Rick Bonas juggles his units once again. Behind the goal, Todd Flickel to Roger Oman to Len Nielsen. Nielsen going rink wide for Alfie Turcotte. Here's Turcotte stick handling his way over the Baltimore line. Turcotte being checked there by Hoover. Now the puck comes free to an open wing. And we've got a penalty call behind the play. This will be a tripping call against the Baltimore Skipjacks. Going off is number 21, Steve Seguin. And for the first time this afternoon, the Moncton Hawks will enjoy a power play. And we got to take a look at the gentleman in the back, in behind the goal here. These guys always show up and have a great time. Well, there's no denying they've made it fun this year. At times they dress in battle fatigues, at other times in their best beach wear, complete with pink flamingos. They score! The Hawks! Peter Duras centered in front by Nielsen. 5 seconds into the power play, and it's now 3-1 Moncton. Peter Duras gets the goal, his 21st of the year. Nielsen will get an assist. That'll be Nielsen's 3rd assist of the game. So Lenny Nielsen assisting on the power play goal by Duras, and it's now 3-1 Moncton. Rob Fowler now shoots it into the Baltimore zone. Wayne Gagne has it for the Skipjacks. Gets it back again. Rink wide pass. Here come the Jacks. Scott Harlow feeding Jean-Francois No. No runs into Ron Passetti. Along the boards, No and Passetti are all tied up. And now it's whistled down for a face-off in the Moncton zone with 15:51 left in the second period. 3-1 the score. The Hawks lead. As Moncton connecting on the power play. That'll improve the Hawks' power play percentage, which stands at 13%. Duras has now scored 10 goals in his last 11 games. Here's Joel Byerjean. He lost it to Wayne Gagne. The shot, and that was stopped by Quigley. Now hauled down is number 5 Boudelier. Referee Derek Blosky lets it go. Matt Hervey will bring it out now for Moncton to Joel Byerjean. Byerjean in over the Baltimore line. He still has the puck. Byerjean going for the net, and he nearly jammed it in behind Royden Gunn. Byerjean really throwing his weight around now as he hammered Shedden into the boards. Byerjean eyeing Shedden again. 2 Hawks get in there, Ryan Stewart and Byerjean. Now Boudelier flips it in. Skipjacks will get it out. Doug Shedden had it go by him as he lazily skates over to complete a line change. Skipjacks called for icing, and as a result, we'll have a face-off in the Baltimore zone with 14:50 to go in the second period. Moncton 3, Skipjacks 1. Alfie Turcotte won the draw. Peter Duras in behind the net for Turcotte. Turcotte centered it in front. The shot by Nielsen was stopped by Gunn. He got a skate on it. Now the Skipjacks clear it into the Moncton zone. Dave Quigley really has not been all that busy tonight. He's faced 14 shots there. Quigley had to be sharp as he knocked that puck away with Sean Toomey in front looking for a loose puck. Alfie Turcotte keeps it in down low for Duras. His backhander steered aside by Gunn. Lenny Nielsen in the corner for Duras. Duras whips it back to the point for Passetti. A shot. Rebound. Backhander by Nielsen. Was stopped by Gunn. Here it is in front. Duras a shot. Blocked by Claude Julien. Now here's Steve Seguin for Baltimore to Ian Armstrong. Armstrong just flips it into the Moncton zone. Back come the Hawks. Ron Passetti to Alfie Turcotte. Turcotte tried to set up Duras on right wing. Now Nielsen fires it back in. And the Skipjacks' Julien has it in the corner as Moncton completes wholesale changes. Claude Julien, his pass was intercepted. Now the Skipjacks trying to clear out again. Baltimore is starting to run around a bit in their own end. They're having a hard time breaking out of their own zone and into the down the other end of the ice. Now here come the Skipjacks. Number 19 is Charlie Meitner. Meitner trying to feed it in front for number 25, Gord Whitaker, but that was broken up, and here come the Hawks. Joel Bayerjean. Bayerjean drops it for Hervey. His shot. Hit a leg. Loose puck in front. Cleared away by the Skipjacks. Huskin was there for Moncton looking for a rebound. Now Whitaker shoots it in for the Skipjacks. Goes to the bench on a change. Bayerjean will bring it out for Moncton. Long shot right on. Gunn left it there for Sean Deneen. Pass went all the way down the ice, and the icing is waved off. Flickle overskates the puck. Now Ryan Stewart with a nice move along the boards to get away from Toomey. Here's Stewart breaking through the middle. He tried to feed it to LaRose. Back come the Skipjacks. Doug Shedden just failed to pick up that puck. Shedden scored the first goal of the game. Since then, it's been all Moncton. 3 unanswered Hawk tallies. Guy LaRose, his pass went by Stewart. Now Stewart has it. Through the pass behind LaRose. LaRose to Flickle. Flickle plays it in off the boards. LaRose is there. The side of the net, lost it. Comes out for the Skipjacks, Doug Shedden. He tried to work it out for Scott Harlow, but Harlow is being covered like a blanket by Todd Flickle. Harlow and Jean-Francois Noe ran into each other. Now in the corner, here's Harlow. Harlow feeding it in front for Shedden, but he was tied up by Flickle. And there's going to be a Moncton penalty. Todd Flickle will be going off for high-sticking Doug Shedden in front of the Moncton goal with 11:14 left in the second period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 1. Baltimore with their second chance on a power play. The Skipjacks are 0 for 1. Here's Claude Julien, a long shot. Quickly the save. Rebound is shot wide by Ian Armstrong. Armstrong was being harassed there by Ron Passetti. Centered in front. It went by Sean Toomey. And now Nielsen got it out of the zone for Moncton. Now the puck hops into the Hawks players bench, where Paul Boudelier tossed it into the crowd. 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the second period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 1. Minute 38 left in the penalty to Todd Flickle. From the face-off, we've got an injured Moncton Hawk. Looks like Alfie Turcotte got a stick in the face, but he's apparently all right. Now Turcotte's going to the Moncton bench, to where trainer Rick Carano will have a look. Guy LaRose is on to center now for Moncton. LaRose, Duras, Hervey, and Boudelier to kill the penalty here for the Hawks. Now here come the Skipjacks. Claude Julien fires it in around the boards. Sean Toomey got it back to the line for Julien. Hawks will get it and shoot it down. Hervey let it go. Just under a minute remaining in the penalty to Todd Flickle. Steve Seguin through center. Can't get by Guy LaRose. Now here's a chance for Doug Shedden. He just lost control of it. Shedden gets it back. Shedden in on goal. The shot. Quickly the save. They score. Sean Toomey pulls Baltimore to within one. For Sean Toomey, his 15th of the year, a power play goal for the Skipjacks. It was Shedden who went in originally, and Toomey was there to scoop up the rebound behind David Quigley. It looked like Quigley had the short side covered, but somehow the puck found its way in behind Quigley and just trickled in over the line. 3-2 the score. Here's Shedden down right wing. He stops. Shedden looking for an open man, tried to feed it through the slot. Fowler was there for Moncton. Now the Hawks shoot it in. It's picked up, though, by Baltimore. There's Jean-Francois. No, his shot hit Passetti, and Ron Passetti is hurt. Gagne also assisted. Ron Passetti, or as his teammates call him, Passette. Down on all fours with trainer Rick Carano. He's getting up. He's all right. Fired around the boards, and Whitaker had to go by him. Levasseur played it out to center, where it's shot back in by Kennedy. Now here's Roger Oman for Moncton. Oman for Flickle. It comes out now for Levasseur. He one-handed it into the corner. Nielsen has it now for Moncton. Nielsen tried to center it. Warris knocked it down. Back come the Skipjacks. Here's Gord Whitaker, a long slap shot wide of Quigley. There's another shot. Rebound in front, and Quigley is out to clear it away. Todd Flickle for the Hawks. Plays it off the boards, but it goes into the seats for a stoppage in play. 8 minutes and 40 seconds now remaining in this second period, and it's Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. There's a shot kicked out by Quigley as Julien let it go from the point. Hervey plays it into the corner. Comes over for Armstrong. He played it back off the glass. Chasing it in there is Toomey. Toomey was checked by Hervey. Now Seguin along the boards, trying to get away from Alfie Turcotte. Get Turcotte back checking. Here's Toomey with a shot, and it hit Quigley in the pads. Now it's flipped out the center. Julian knocked it down. Matt Hervey tried to get it over for Peter Duras. Now Duras will touch it on an offside. Seven minutes and 53 seconds to go here in the second period. And our boys in battle fatigues are at it again. Just 4 of them in today. Usually there's about half a dozen, sometimes 8 or 9. There's Ron Passetti. His shot was stopped. Now along the boards, Huskin kicked it free. Fowler with a shot from the point. It hit Julian in front. Into the corner, Huskin with it for Moncton. Behind the net for LaRose. Now the puck goes in over the glass and into the crowd for a stoppage in play with 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second period. Here's Lenny Nielsen. He can't get away from Kennedy, and now Whitaker takes Nielsen out of the play rather effectively. The Hawks, though, centering it in front was Mike Warris. Skipjacks. Charlie Meitner ran into one of the Hawks. Penalty coming up against Baltimore. There's a shot right on as Gunn hangs onto it. Royden Gunn was once New York Islander property, played last season in Springfield. Now he's on loan to the Baltimore Skipjacks. Baltimore, of course, does not have an affiliation with any National Hockey League team. It's regarded as the Siberia of the American Hockey League. These people are in exile in Baltimore. Judged to be the best of the leftovers by their NHL parent clubs. Paul Boudelier at the line, kept it in for Alfie Turcotte. Now Peter Duras works it back to Boudelier to Matt Hervey. Here it is in front as Turcotte tried to center it, but he hung on to it too long. Cleared down the ice by Baltimore. Hawks will reorganize with Paul Boudelier. Ahead for Matt Hervey. Hervey stops in over the line. Hervey gets it to Boudelier. Boudelier to to Peter Duras. Duras being checked by Sagan, sent it in behind the goal. Along the boards, Duras to Boudelier. Back to Duras to Boudelier to Duras. There's Duras. The shot wide by about 3 feet. Now Hervey to Boudelier. Boudelier other side for Turcotte, who tried to send it back to Duras, but the puck just fell off his stick. Now Levasseur in the slot. He's knocked down. And now there's only 35 seconds left in the Moncton power play. Paul Boudelier turning away from the skipjack forechecker Lohman. Here it is, Matt Hervey. Slap shot was just over top of the net. It was deflected. Nielsen gets it back to Boudelier. He lets one go. That hit a leg in front. Huskin is in front, being tied up by Sean Deneen. Now there's only 1 second left, and the penalized player is back on. Shot in the slot area. Huskin can't pull the trigger. Bodies are falling all over the place. And now we get a stoppage in play with 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Moncton still leading by a score of 3-2. Here come the Skipjacks into the Moncton zone where Roger Oman has it. Oman tried to play it ahead there for Brent Hughes, and Hughes slapped it into Baltimore territory. Now in behind the goal, centered in front by Ryan Stewart, intended for Hughes, but the Skipjacks were able to break it up. Now here's Doug Shedden for Baltimore. He flips the pass in front. And what a save by Quigley. He got the glove out there along the ice to take it away from Scott Harlow, who was shifting to his backhand. Harlow with an empty net to shoot at. Quigley down and out, but he recovers. And Moncton stays in the lead, 3-2. Face off to the right of David Quigley. Hawks get it up to Joel Bayerjean on left wing. Now there's a shot from Seguin that was steered aside by Quigley. Duras clears the zone for Moncton. Shot back in by the Skipjacks' Wayne Gagne. In behind the net is Rob Fowler, product of Merrimack College, to Ron Pisetti. Pisetti with a long shot. Gunn stopped that. A big rebound. Gagne's there for Baltimore. The zone is cleared. Ian Armstrong hustling after it. He was checked by one of the Hawks, Alfie Turcotte. And now there's a Baltimore offside with 3:06 to go here in the second period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. And you're watching Cable 5 coverage of the American Hockey League from the Coliseum in Moncton. Here's Paul Boudelier. Long shot that carries around the boards. Huskin got it to Nielsen in the corner. Nielsen, who's got 3 assists in this game this afternoon, played it in behind the net for Chris Levasseur. Levasseur centered it in the crease. It's still loose, and now it's cleared by the Skipjacks. Deneen back to the line. Boudelier to Levasseur. Levasseur walks in, a shot off a leg. Skipjacks will now clear the zone with 2.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Down the ice, and Matt Hervey has it for Moncton. Hervey turned away from Skipjack forechecker, and now he brings it out himself and dumps it in and goes to the bench on a change. In the corner, Levasseur behind the net for Guy LaRose. LaRose trying to center it. He does so. There's Levasseur with a shot wide to the short side. Boudelier kept it in off the glass behind the goal. It comes out in front, Loose puck, and it dribbles into the corner. LaRose has it. All kinds of pressure being applied here by the Hawks. LaRose with a shot, and that's just wide. Skipjacks are really running around in their own zone. Now they'll bring it out. 3-on-2 Baltimore. Here they come. It's centered in front, and Quigley knocked it away with the goalie stick as Gord Whitaker was driving to the net. 18 is Brent Hughes. He just left it there. Paul Boutelier now fires it in, and Boutelier goes to the bench on a change. Brent Hughes crunched one of the Skipjacks on the far side. Here's the puck in the Moncton zone. Whitaker overskated it for Baltimore. Now here's a chance for the Skipjacks. Doug Shedden, the veteran. Shedden with a shot. Quigley the save. Loose puck in front. And 4 players jamming in there. The net coming off the moorings. 51 seconds left in this second period, and the Skipjacks pressing down for the equalizer. Both coaches, Rick Bowness of the Hawks and Gino Briaco of the Baltimore Skipjacks, make changes. In behind the goal, Claude Julien played it, and it came around the boards to the far side out of the Baltimore zone, and now Ron Passetti has it for Moncton. He lost control, though. Peter Duras picks it up. Here's Duras to Ryan Stewart, a shot wide. Here come the Skipjacks, 3-on-1 with 15 seconds left. Ian Armstrong with it. Armstrong tried to play it in front, gets it again. Fires it around the boards, 10 seconds left in the period. There's a shot kicked out by Quigley. And now Stewart got it out too far for Alfie Turcotte. 2 seconds left, 1 second. The buzzer will go, and that'll end the second period. So with 40 minutes of hockey completed, the Moncton Hawks lead the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 3-2. We are back for the third period here at the Moncton Coliseum with the Hawks leading the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 3-2. The Hawks' Matt Hervey gets it out, but it's over 2 lines, and as a result, play is whistled down. Let's recap the scoring. Doug Shedden opened it in the first period with a low slap shot to the stick side of Dave Quigley, 1-0 Baltimore. Hawks with 3 straight from Paul Boutelier, Chris Levasseur, and Peter Duras. Duras' goal coming on the power play, but then Sean Toomey got one back on the power play for Baltimore, so that's where we stand, 3-2, and the shots on goal even at 23 apiece as a draft rips through the press box here at the Coliseum. Somebody close that window. Now, here we come, the Hawks in over the Baltimore line. Joel Byerjean driving to the net, but Sean Deneen with him every step of the way. Bayerjean still has the puck. Backhands it through the slot. Gobbled up there by the Skipjacks. Scott Harlow. Here's Harlow down the left side. Harlow breaking to the net, and he hit the goalpost. Skipjacks are still in there. Claude Julien centered it in front, and Harlow's shot was wide. Now Bayerjean plays it up the left wing boards for Stewart, who is upended on a beautiful hip check from Wayne Gagne. In behind the Baltimore net, Royden Gunn with it. The goaltender played it into the corner. Now the Skipjacks are going to get it out. Here come the Jacks. A 3-on-2 drop pass. Shedden with a shot that was just wide. Here come the Hawks again. Alfie Turcotte to Peter Duras. Duras tried to slide it in front, but it was blocked by a sliding Tim Hoover. Now the Skipjacks. Hoover. He lost control of it. Ian Armstrong plays it back inside the Baltimore zone. Claude Julien has it. Julien goes up the middle for Ian Armstrong, who gets away from Turcotte. Here's Armstrong into the Moncton zone. The shot. Blocker saved by Quigley, and he'll take no chances as Quigley covers up to force a faceoff with 18:09 to go in this third period. Moncton leading the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 3-2. Face off to the left of David Quigley. Steve Sagan against Guy LaRose, and LaRose won the draw. There's a shot that wound up near the Baltimore bench. Now Fowler has it for Moncton. He tried to center it. Julien was there for the Skipjacks. Julien in the corner, getting away from LaRose, and Claude Julien, the former Fredericton Expresser, brings it out. Julien shoots it into the Moncton zone, but it's called on a Baltimore offside with 17:44 remaining in this third period. Moncton Hawks leading the Baltimore Skipjacks 3-2. Face off in the center ice zone, won by the Hawks. Here comes Rob Fowler for Moncton. Fowler bringing it in over the Skipjack line. Fowler trying to cut for the net. He was taken down by Deneen. Centered in front, the Skipjacks cleared away. Here comes Charlie Meitner down the left side for the Skipjacks. A long shot that drifts into the stands. And one of the spectators just ducking in the nick of time. $17:23 left to go in this third period. The faceoff just inside the Moncton blue line, won by the Skipjacks. They clear it in, knocked down by Moncton's Matt Hervey. He gets it out for Joel Bayerjean. Three Hawks in over the Baltimore line. Levasseur took the drop pass, but he could not get the shot away. He was tied up by Jean-François No. Levasseur still has the puck. Back to Boudelier, a shot. That's wide. It was a weak shot as Boudelier had it deflected in front. Now Mike Warris chasing after it in the corner for Moncton. Warris is taken down to the ice. Jean-François No backhands it up the boards to the Skipjacks' Doug Shedden. Here's Harlow for Baltimore, cutting through the middle, back to Shedden. Shedden for No, the shot, and a glove save by Quigley. He juggled it, but hung on as Quigley keeps Moncton in front. 3-2. Nice setup from Doug Shedden as he spied Jean-François No breaking into the open down the left side. No shot labeled for the upper corner, but Quigley stretching out, got the glove on it. 16:43 remaining in this third period, and the Hawks hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Baltimore coach Gene Ubriaco sending Steve Saga out with Sean Toomey and Ian Armstrong. Rick Bowness countering with the Alfie Turcotte line. Lenny Nielsen, Peter Duras, and Turcotte. And here's Turcotte trying to get away down the left side, but he stopped. Sagan back checking for Baltimore has it. Sagan turning in front of his own net and played it through the crease dangerously in front of Baltimore goalie Royden Gunn. Roger Oman now touches it as the puck carried the length of the ice for an icing call against the Skipjacks. 16 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the third period. And it's Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. The Hawks attempting to snap a 7-game losing streak here this afternoon. The Skipjacks have lost 4 in a row. Face off deep in Baltimore territory to the left of Royden Gunn. Turcotte will square off against Steve Sagan. Sagan, by the way, played last season with the Smiths Falls Ritos of senior hockey fame, the team that came to the Miramichi to face the Gagnon Packers in the Eastern Canadian playoffs for the Hardy Cup finals last year. Now playing the Moncton zone, the Skipjacks lose control of it as the Hawks take over. Roger Oman racing out to center for Moncton. Here's Oman over the center red line into the Baltimore zone. Oman left it there for Nielsen, a shot that went just wide of Gunn. Picking it up in the corner, Alfie Turcotte. He plays it in behind the Baltimore goal. Julian has it for the Skipjacks. The pass went by Steve Sagan. Out to center for Ron Passetti, and he fires it back in. Julian has it for Baltimore. He gave it away to Alfie Turcotte in the corner. Turcotte centered it in front. Nielsen had to go off his skate. Duras was there as well looking for it. Now Duras trying to get a hold of it from the Skipjacks. Scott Harlow in the corner. They bang away at it in front. It's now kicked free to the side of the net. Now back to the point. There's a shot knocked down by Julian. Cleared to the line, but not out. The Hawks pressuring here in front. Turcotte can't get a shot away. He was tied up by Charlie Meinert. And now the Skipjacks finally relieve all the Moncton pressure by shooting at the length of the ice. Touched by Lenny Nielsen. And with 14:57 to go in this third period, it's still Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. You're watching Cable 5 American Hockey League coverage from the Coliseum in Moncton. Moncton coach Rick Bowness continuing to juggle his lines. He now has Ryan Stewart out at center and Guy LaRose on the wing. Jamie Huskin is also on this unit. Normally, Brent Hughes plays the left side for LaRose and Huskin. Matt Hervey could not keep it in the Baltimore zone, and back come the Skipjacks. Charlie Meinert lost it as LaRose was back checking. Ahead for Ryan Stewart. Stewart, though, lost control of the puck as he lumbered his way through the center ice area. Now back in the Baltimore zone, the Skipjacks play it around the near side. Scott Harlow just banked it off the boards and down the ice. Harlow, the leading point getter on this Baltimore club since the deal that saw Alfie Turcotte come to Moncton. Now at the Moncton line, the Hawks bring it away. Boudelier got it ahead for the speedy LaRose. He's cutting for the net, but taken out by Kennedy. At the side of the goal, the Skipjacks play it to an open wing. LaRose hemmed in there by Kennedy. Now it goes in behind the goal. It's cleared around for Doug Shedden. Shedden could not clear the zone. He lost it there to Boudelier. Now Boudelier played it in for Jamie Huskin, centered in front. Now here's a shot from the point by Fleckel that was kicked out by Royden Gunn. Long breakaway pass for Shedden is ruled offside. So we'll have a face-off just inside the Baltimore blue line with 13:48 remaining in this third period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. And if you've just joined us, for the Hawks this afternoon, Paul Boudelier, Chris Levasseur, and Peter Duras on the power play. Lenny Nielsen has assisted on all three Moncton goals. Replying for the Skipjacks, Doug Shedden and Sean Toomey. Todd Fleckel, the rookie from Bowling Green, kept it in, but the Skipjacks are going to work it out now. It's knocked down at center by Jean-Francois No, but he knocked it down with a high stick. So as a result, we'll have another stoppage in play with 13:38 left in this third period. Hawks are going to be hitting the road next week. 4 games in 5 nights. The Hawks are winless in 18 straight on the road. Their last road victory, October 28th, against the same Baltimore Skipjacks. Chris Levasseur comes to center for the Moncton Hawks against Jean-Francois No, and Levasseur won the draw. Joel Bayerjean and Mike Warris are on the ice now with Levasseur, as again Rick Bowness tries a new combination here in the third period. Now here's Levasseur turning on the Baltimore side of center. Levasseur falls to the ice. Bayerjean played it back to the Moncton line for Todd Flickle. His pass goes over 2 lines where it was touched by Mike Warris, so another face-off upcoming. Shots on goal are now 26-24 in favor of the Baltimore Skipjacks. And although Moncton has led for most of the afternoon, the Skipjacks are far from out of this one. They're only down by a goal. They've got Seguin out now with Sean Toomey and Charlie Meinert as the forward line. Shot into the Moncton zone where Ron Passetti attempts to play it up the boards. Alfie Turcotte will get it out now. There's Turcotte, a long pass for Duras. His shot went off Julian's stick into the crowd. That one, in fact, went all the way up and banged off the rafters. 12 minutes, 59 seconds to go. Third period action from the Coliseum with the Hawks leading the Baltimore Skipjacks 3-2. In the corner, Sean Toomey for the Baltimore Skipjacks, ahead for Steve Seguin. Here's Seguin, long shot. Quickly the pad save. Ian Armstrong going for the rebound, was covered by Ron Passetti. Now in the corner, Fowler has Steve Seguin hemmed in along the boards. Passetti takes over for Moncton, and Ron Passetti now backtracks the other way around the net to the near side. His pass for Alfie Turcotte was just banked out to center. Duras now tries to whip a rink-wide pass to Len Nielsen. Nielsen being checked by Armstrong. In front, Turcotte, a backhander. It was centered in front, and Turcotte's shot kicked out by Royden Gunn. On the Moncton side of center, Passetti for Boutelier. Boutelier for Turcotte, breaking through the slot. Duras shot, saved by Gunn. And what a stop by the Baltimore goalkeeper as he slid to his left, outstretched the glove, and robbed Peter Duras, who tried to one-time the pass in from Alfie Turcotte. And even 12 minutes to go in this third period, and it's still Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. The Skipjacks refusing to die here in the third. Ryan Stewart will face it off for the Hawks against Scott Harlow of the Baltimore Skipjacks. Puck is dropped, comes back to the line. Hervey's shot is way off the mark. LaRose digs it back for Boutelier. The Moncton defenseman keeps it in. Boutelier, of course, wearing the C in place of Randy Gillen on recall to Winnipeg. Hawks dig it free from behind the goal. Stewart tried to send it to LaRose. That was broken up. Now the Skipjacks. Long right wing pass intended for Charlie Meinert, intercepted by Matt Hervey. Hervey brings it back into the Baltimore zone, centered for Stewart, and as he went to the backhand, it was knocked away by Sean Deneen. Here come the Skipjacks. Meinert got over the line before he was spun around. Now the shot from Harlow was wide, and now we've got a Moncton penalty coming up. Tripping is the call, indicated by referee Derek Blosky. And we're going to have a Baltimore power play with 11 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in this third period. Matt Hervey is going off for Moncton, an infraction that took place behind the play. So the Skipjacks, 1 for 2 on the power play, get their third opportunity this afternoon, trailing by a score of 3-2. This Baltimore power play consisting of Jean-Francois No, Doug Shedden, and Scott Harlow. Skipjacks, as we told you, have a pretty good power play. They've scored on 24% of their chances. And now here it is at the line for Claude Julien. He flips it into the corner, but Shedden could not pick it up. Now the puck bounces out to center. Peter Duras is killing this penalty up front along with Alfie Turcotte. Ron Passetti and Rob Fowler are the other Moncton penalty killers. Fowler misplayed the puck. Here's Shedden with an opportunity. Shedden centered it in front, and it was cleared away by Passetti. Shedden intending the pass for Scott Harlow. Now a pass goes off the stick of Jean-Francois No to the Moncton zone, and Flickel on the ice now, just shot it down the ice. 1:04 left in the penalty to Matt Hervey. And here's Julien quarterbacking the power play. He swings the pass out for Scott Harlow, who brings it in over the center red line to the Moncton blue line now. Harlow fired it in behind the goal. No, let it go by him. Back to the line. It's kept in. There's a shot. Quigley the save, and he makes it look spectacular and draws a hand from the crowd as Terry Perkins let it go from the point. And even 10 minutes left to go in the third period. 45 seconds remaining in the penalty to Matt Hervey. And it's still Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. Play back underway as the Skipjacks now with 37 seconds left in the power play. They get it back to Claude Julien. His shot off the goalpost. Here's Claude Julien at the point for Doug Shedden. Left side. Shedden's shot goes off the glass and into the crowd. 25 seconds left in the Baltimore power play. Coach Gene Ubriaco leaves his top power play unit out there. Steve Sagan, Doug Shedden, Scott Harlow, Wayne Gagne, and Claude Julien. The Hawk penalty killers now are Guy LaRose, Ron Passetti, Rob Fowler, and Paul Boutelier. And now Boutelier goes to the bench, and Jamie Huskin is on for Moncton. 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the third period, and the Hawks lead the Skipjacks 3-2. Face-off just outside the Moncton blue line, and the Hawks have it. Here comes Jamie Huskin into the Baltimore zone. Huskin trying to get around Julien. Huskin driving for the net, now goes around behind the cage. Huskin still has the puck. He plays it behind the goal now for LaRose. LaRose trying to take it away from Julien. 9 seconds left in the penalty, and the Skipjacks will have to hurry. Here's Sagan. He can't get free of LaRose. And now Hervey's ready to come back on. He's on the ice now as the Hawks are back to full strength. Here's Scott Harlow. His pass through center for Doug Shedden, and Shedden was tripped up by Ron Passetti, but fortunately for the Hawks, no penalty called. LaRose tried to swing the pass out for Huskin, but that was knocked away by Julien into the penalty box area. So we'll have a face-off with 8:57 to go here in the third period. And Moncton leading Baltimore 3-2. Face off outside the Baltimore line. Alfie Turcotte's unit is back out there. Turcotte won the face-off. Got it back to Paul Boudelier, and Boudelier will bring it into the Baltimore zone. Now at the line, Nielsen kept it in for the Hawks, but here come the Skipjacks. Sean Toomey, a long shot off the leg of Todd Flickel. Now Toomey gets it again. Inside the Moncton blue line. There's a shot by Hoover that was kicked out by Quigley. Quigley now covers up at the side of the net for another face-off with 8 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Quigley, Canada's College Player of the Year last season with the University of Moncton. His record coming into this game, 3-5-1. He has not played since December 9th when he lost 9-3 in Halifax to the Nova Scotia Oilers. But Dave Quigley has come back with a solid effort here this afternoon, although some observers were questioning the 2 goals he allowed to Shedden and Toomey. The Hawks' Rob Fowler got it out of the zone, but then ran into Ian Armstrong. Back inside the Moncton line, Passetti will bring it out. Here's Passetti firing it. In off the corner boards. It's wrapped back out to center by Wayne Gagne. Passetti gets it inside the Moncton end for Turcotte. Now Armstrong fires it back for Baltimore. Peter Duras in over the Baltimore line. He's checked by Hoover. In the corner, 4 players battling for possession. Comes back to Todd Flickel. His shot, Gunn the save. Another shot, Gunn covers up. There it is in front. Turcotte couldn't catch up to it. And now the Skipjacks just shoot it down the ice. Icing is waved off. And here's a chance for Minard. His shot is just wide. In the corner, Roger Oman got it back to the line. There's a shot blocked by Joel Bayerjean as Sean Deneen wound up and let it go. Bayerjean sacrificing the body on that shot from Sean Deneen. We're down to 7:05 remaining in this third period. The Skipjacks still trailing by 1. Moncton Hawks attempting to snap a 7-game losing streak before a crowd of roughly 3,000 here at the Moncton Coliseum this afternoon. From the face-off, the Skipjacks control. Sean Deneen on the backhand shot, and Quigley steered that aside. Hawks will shoot it down the ice, and icing is indicated. There's a race for the puck. Kennedy will get there first for Baltimore ahead of Joel Bayerjean. And Kennedy makes the touch, so we'll have a face-off back in the Moncton end. 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in the third period. Baltimore leading in the shots on goal department, 30-26. Any good chances they've had here in the third period, they've been stopped by number 1, Dave Quigley. Face-off upcoming to the left of Quigley. And Gino Briaco has his third line out there. Byron Lomo comes to center against Guy LaRose. Gord Whitaker, the former Moncton Hawk, is also on the ice on left wing. And LaRose won the faceoff. The Hawks have it behind the net. Paul Boudelier, the captain, in the absence of Randy Gillen, gets the right wing pass out for Matt Hervey, and Hervey dumps it into the Skipjack zone. Royden Gunn out of the net, plays it ahead for the Skipjacks Lomo. Now Bayerjean takes over in the center ice zone for Mike Warris. Warris breaking into the Baltimore end. Now in at the side of the net, it's Levasseur with it. He sends it back to the line for Hervey. His shot hit a leg and was way wide. In behind the net, Bayerjean tries to center it. Here come the Skipjacks. 3-on-2, Charlie Meichner to Byron Lomo. Back to Meitner, but he lost possession. Now the Hawks will get it out. Here's Warris, a one-on-one against Claude Julien. Warris stops, waiting for his teammates to get in position. Now Warris driving to the slot, gets a backhander off, but it was blocked by Julien. LaRose is hammered into the boards, and now the puck comes free at the side of the net for the goalkeeper, Royden Gunn, and he just smothers it with 5:48 to go here in the third period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. You're watching Cable 5 coverage of the American Hockey League. There it is in front. Ryan Stewart one time, but wide of Royden Gunn. Another shot is wide by Passetti. That one was dangerously close, though. Now Jamie Huskin turning in the center ice area, fires it back into the Baltimore end. Julien played it over to Wayne Gagne. Now LaRose has it behind the net. There's a shot, loose puck in the crease, and it's cleared back to the line. Rob Fowler plays it through center for LaRose, but the Skipjacks take over. Here comes Wayne Gagne. There's a shot. Quigley kicks that out. Into the corner. Scott Harlow tried to play it back in behind the goal, but the Hawks clear it. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. Scott Harlow at his own line. Lost it there to Alfie Turcotte, but Harlow gets it back. Here's Harlow for Doug Shedden. Too far. Matt Hervey, the Moncton defenseman, just flips it back through center and into the Baltimore end. After it there is Sean Deneen. He'll touch it for an icing call with 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. And the Hawks still leading the Skipjacks 3-2. Sean Deneen, of course, one of 4 hockey-playing brothers in professional hockey, the others being Peter with the Adirondack Red Wings, Kevin with the Hartford Whalers, and Gord Deneen with the New York Islanders, all sons of Adirondack coach Bill Deneen. Todd Flickel from the faceoff takes it out of the Moncton end. Flickel to Alfie Turcotte into the Baltimore zone. Turcotte is checked, but Peter Duras picks up the puck. His shot went off the leg of one of the Skipjack defenders, number 4, Tim Hoover, and he's in a considerable amount of pain as Hoover limps to the Baltimore bench. Back in the Moncton zone, Turcotte takes it from behind his own goal. Here comes Alfie Turcotte. He swings it out to Len Nielsen, back to Turcotte. Turcotte trying to split the defense. He runs into Claude Julien and is knocked down. Ian Armstrong along the right wing boards gets it out of the zone for Baltimore. Back on the Moncton side of center, Matt Hervey for the Hawks. He'll just slide it in ever so slowly. And now Gunn out of the net. Plays it ahead. Julien now for Baltimore. Julien just played it ahead for Steve Seguin, and he shot it into the Moncton zone as the Skipjacks make changes with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Moncton 3, Baltimore 2. Hawks looking for an insurance marker. Duras with a shot, and Gunn shut the pads, and now the Skipjacks shoot it down the ice. The icing is waved off, much to the chagrin of the spectators here at the Moncton Coliseum. Now there's a race for it. Gunn out of the net. Three-way sandwich in behind the goal. Here's a chance for Bayerjean. Loose puck. They score! Mike Warris gets the goal. Royden Gunn was out of the net as he was caught in that sandwich with Claude Julien. And the Hawk forward on the play, Guy LaRose. All three of them were tangled up, and that allowed Bayerjean to get the puck as it came out to the right wing boards. He slid it in front for Warris, who buried it as Gunn desperately tried to get back into position, but it was far too late. For Mike Warris, his first as a professional.
And the assists are going to Joel Bayerjean and Guy LaRose. Here come the Hawks. Bayerjean drops it to Warris' shot, and that was kicked out by Gunn. Loose puck covered up by Gunn at the side of the goal with Bayerjean in there looking for a loose puck. 4-2, the Hawks in front with 2:57 left in the third period. So the goal from Mike Warris should be the icing on the cake here in the third for the Moncton Hawks. The Hawks are less than 3 minutes away from snapping a 7-game losing streak. Face off deep in Baltimore territory to the left of Royden Gunn. Guy LaRose stays out there with Warris and Bayerjean. Jean-Francois No moves into face off against LaRose. LaRose won the draw, but the Skipjacks control at the side of the net. Kennedy plays it around to the right wing boards for Doug Shedden. His long pass for Scott Harlow was broken up by Ron Passetti, and the puck goes back into the Moncton zone where Warris has it behind his own goal. Warris around the right wing boards for Passetti, ahead for LaRose, but it went by him. Now Kennedy shoots it back into the Moncton end. Carries around the boards behind the net. Quigley left it there for Rob Fowler. Fowler, a weak backhander, lost control of it, and Harlow's shot on Quigley is covered up with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this third period. Moncton 4, Baltimore 2. You're watching the American Hockey League on Cable 5. Here come the Hawks. Roger Oman tried to feed it through the middle, and that pass was blocked. Now Julian knocks it down for Baltimore. Less than 2 minutes remaining here in the third period. Wayne Gagne turning for the Skipjacks. Gagne wheeling his way around Ryan Stewart at the Moncton line now. Stewart has it. Jamie Huskin lost it against Claude Julien, and Julien fired it back in. Oman played it around the boards. It comes out to center. Stewart racing for it there. Overskated the puck. Now Stewart will get it again. 3-on-2 Hawks. Stewart driving to the net. The shot taken by Brent Hughes, and it was just wide. There's another shot. Gunn stopped that. Puck is carried out to the right wing boards. Ian Armstrong lost control for Baltimore. Now Julien played off the boards to center. We have less than a minute to go here in the third period. Claude Julien sends it out through the middle. Skipjacks are in after it. They're going to have to be pulling the goaltender shortly. Now Jamie Huskin trips up one of the Skipjacks, Sean Deneen, behind the play, but no call. In behind the net, Paul Boudelier swung it out there for Alfie Turcotte with 30 seconds left. Here's a race for it. Brent Hughes, a long shot. Skate save by Gunn. Turcotte after it in there against Sean Deneen. Less than 20 seconds remaining. In front, Duras with a backhander. Stopped by Gunn. Duras from about 15 feet in front. Icing is waved off as Passetti went back after it. 5 seconds left in the third period. They're doing the countdown, and the game is over. The Moncton Hawks defeat the Baltimore Skipjacks by a score of 4-2. Alfie Turcotte and company from Moncton defeating Alfie's former teammates, the Baltimore Skipjacks.